Hello, my country people them. So today, na number 24 day for September 2025, where it make exactly 1 year since the Norwegian authorities arrest Cho Lucas Yaba and they lock it up for Oslo, Norway, and they charge you with incitement to crimes against humanity. So 1 year on, it be held in detention awaiting trial. So today, at the start, wait way I go call and say MKPD Country People Musings. For when I don't know, musings, it just basically mean deep thoughts and reflections. So for when I want for, because I did just to drive the talk, I want for invite una into my life, into my mind, into my thoughts, and into my reflections. Okay, now the musings, now the meaning of the word musing, that for English, musing, musings. Okay, so the point why they make now, because the bolo I get them now, it require me for drive a lot, and I enjoy driving, so that's not a problem. But the problem now say it take away time where maybe I for the use them for the do other things, and for example the destruction of ambassador terrorism. So because I did drive at least maybe some days them 2 hours, about 1 hour just before I reach Usawa de Bolo, and then 1 hour for drive come back for afternoon evening time, where that time are for the do something. So wait me I be use those times or that time for doing. Now say I did do research even when I did drive to go for work. So before I be engaged with the destruction of ambassador terrorism, for this fight when the amber terrorists they invite me, I for to spend that time maybe playing music, maybe talking to my family members, time where I did drive to go for work and all those kind of things. Listening to music. I love Makosa, Dombolo, and a bunch of other different genre of music. For either to listen to music or something interesting, maybe reading or listening to news, world news, BBC, Al Jazeera, CNN, sports, other things. But now I dedicate my life for this fight for destroy ambassador terrorism inside Cameroon. So while we at the drive, I will spend some of this time for the talk with my country people them. So today, now the very first of many episodes that I go bring up for now. So if I hear some noise from motor na my engine for motor, or I go indicate, for example, when I hear this one, those clicks them. Now when I turn left or right, when I go hear all those kind small things where they go to distract, but I know they touch my phone. The phone just there for corner, there for the record. So basically my phone not the world now una where una day inside the motor with me, and I give una one-way communication, one-way transmission when I broadcast 1 to many. So when I been at my passengers, when I watch and listen to these musings, to my deliberations, to my reflections and my deep thoughts about sometimes them day way I go digress and I go talk about other things. I go on a tangent. For example, in the middle of me making a point, maybe I go start talk about carpenters or Cameroon. But I promise when I say all of my digression, it go be related to a particular point where I want to make them. Would just be going on a totally irrelevant tangent. So I go try for keep them within relevance, I promise. So as I be the talk today, now 24th of September 2025, 1 year since the Norwegian authorities they arrest Cho Lucas Ayaba, the Lucky for Norway, and they charge you for inciting crimes against humanity for Cameroon. For this same pages them where when I go to hear these broadcasts, these musings, and where I go to post them, I no go get a frequency where I go post them. Some days the day where I go get opportunity for record my musings. So as I record them, when I reach for house, I go then publish them. Some days the day I go feel record them, some other days the day I no go record them. For example, if I don't get the opportunity, or I don't get nothing to talk about, or I just want to dedicate or spend the time with myself, because most of the time I play my music, my dombolo, and I know I love music very much. Music now a very healthy part of my life. For example, this one, okay. So when I go get, sometimes the day way I go just basically play music and drive and listen to my music, go go for bolo. I know we get time for do recording, and if I get the time for do recording, then I go do the recording. So it no go be a must. It no go be a daily thing or weekly thing. There is no frequency. I go just do them when and as I be free and available for do them. And when I go come to realize and understand, say, music plays a very big part of my life. Fali Ipupa, now one of the artists that way I absolutely love listening to ye. Okay. So when I buckle up, when I wear seat belts, when I jump inside motor with my countryman, the Kumkumasa, the king of all the black legs, the very first episode for this were musings, were deep thoughts and our reflections. It go start right now, and we go talk about the beginning. I think now one of the best places that for talking or for start something. Or should we actually start at the beginning? No. I think say we will start this conversation at the end. We will start them at the end, and then we will work our way to the middle, maybe to the beginning, on subsequent episodes them in the future. So, wusa a end with the complete and utter destruction of Amazonia terrorism. But how did we get here? We get to the end of Amazonia destruction through meticulous hard work and dedication, professionalism, sacrifice. Not the solution, that not the key, that. So from the very first day where I decide for fight Amazonia terrorism, I be know the price where I go pay. I be know say it will require a lot of dedication, it will require a lot of sacrifice, and it will require a lot of time. So as I don't already explain for now, Amazonia terrorism, it come about as a result of decades of radicalization from Anglophones by Anglophones and the radicalization of Anglophones. And I go summarize some for now. The word Amazonia, it will be coined by Fongum Gorji Dinka, where he hailed from a small village in Widikum subdivision. And he is in exile for London right now as I speak. That part came up with the word Amazonia in 1984, or maybe not 85 if I'm not mistaken. So if you do the arithmetic, where today now 2025, you will see I'm saying now over 40 years where the word Amazonia, it don't exist. So from the 80s, we come now to the 90s, a period where people them like the Dr. Simon Munzus, the Barrister Ekontang, and all of these names and so on. When I never ever hear them, Ayamba, okay, and then you get the Carlson Anyangwe them. They will come up with this idea for All Anglophone General Conference in the early 90s, and they come up with the so-called Boya Declaration. This one's now one for Google and read about them for giving a better understanding. That would be a good place to start. But for just giving an overall summary of how the radicalization it progressed, and I could do subsequent presentations then for explain for now how the radicalization it go on. So this was in the early 90s, okay? You get all of these characters that I don't already call them. They radicalize the Anglophones them gradually, and they create what they call them, say the SCNC, the Southern Cameroon National Congress. At that time, where people then like Pa ST Muna and Pa John Go Foncha, they still get big positions inside Cameroon government. They no be one catch SCNC, they no be one catch people that like lawyer Goji Dinka. But in the 1990s, the early 90s, when President Paul Biya, it don't come to power, and then still get used for people that like ST Muna and Pa John Go Foncha them. They relegate them to the backbench as advisors to the one-party system where we existed back then and all these kind of things. So this part, they become disgruntled and discontented with their position in government because they don't lose power and influence. So by the 1990s and now, and with the advent of the SDF, with Ni John Frunti creating the political party and bringing back multipartyism and all of those things, where they further radicalize the Anglophone population. So now ST Muna, John Go Foncha them, they go join the SCNC. With this All Anglophone General Conference in the early 90s, and by 1995 they get the AAC2, and then they come up with the Bamenda Declaration, where they talk about returning to federation and all of those things. Okay? For further research, now if you go research them, Google them, find out for yourself. And then the creation of SCYL, the Southern Cameroon Youth League, I think it was 1995 or so, 96. And the Youth League now, they become too radical, where they are going now talking about secessionism and declaring, or they talk about restoration of the statehood and all of those kind of things of the doctrine. And the people, the Secretary General of the SCYL, where been Beneza Akwanga and Ayabacho Lucas, Benedict Nwana Kwa, Pascal Kikishi Wangbi, all these four names will come up for column, so they did prison today or they don't really go prison before. So by 1997, the radicalization, it don't reach a level where the SCYL, led by these four people that will come up for column, Ebenezer Akwanga, Ayabacho Lucas, Pascal Kiki, and Benedict Kwa, they launched an insurrection for 1997. Yes, you heard me right. These were the first Amber terrorists. The first Amber boys, the way they carry guns. They get a Ghanaian Odeshi guy, some Baba, they can't cook them, cut them, country medicine. They carry knives and guns and explosives, gunpowder and everything from a construction company where they build some roads and everything. And they attack Cameroon institutions. They kill people there for 1997. Okay? All of these things, I get evidence, I get newspaper reportings from then, and all of those things, and the governor of Northwest Province at that time for 1997, the governor at that time, it be Napafa Yengo Francis, the current person will be the head of the Disarmament Commission. If they're alive, when I go ask him, that person this way, I don't sit down face to face, I discuss these things, the events and where they transpire, for especially Bui division, because now the division that way it will be attacked heavily by the ambassador terrorists. Now for the way they kill people during that attack, Ebenezer Akwanga it will be captured and they be transferred to Yaoundé. They try, and by the year 2000, Ebenezer Akwanga was sentenced to 20 years in prison. By 2003, after 6 years in prison, Ebenezer Akwanga, with the help of other SCNC militants, Ebenezer Akwanga be escaped from prison, he go for Nigeria, and then spend a few years in Nigeria, and then he find himself in America under asylum. Okay, so now a short story that now Ebenezer Akwanga own situation that, and now so Ebenezer Akwanga end up, in prison. He don't serve his own time for prison at least. Ayabacho Lucas, Benedict Kwa, Pascal Kiki, they then managed for escape out of Cameroon in later years, and then they end up for Germany, and then they find themselves around USA where they did today. But on the 24th of September 2024, Ebenezer Akwanga, not Ebenezer Akwanga, on the 24th of September 2024, Ayabacho Lucas be arrested by cripples from Norway, Oslo. At the same time, Benedict Kwa and Pascal Kiki, their homes, they be searched by the FBI in Minnesota, United States of America. So it was a cross-country, international, organized raid by these two countries, them Norway and the United States of America. Okay, so as I speak, Ayabacho Lucas, in the prison, it be held up to 1 year incommunicado, awaiting trial. Meanwhile, the evidence where it be collected from Benedictwa and Pascal Kiki after the FBI be raid their homes and their electronic communication devices, they be confiscated. That evidence where they collect them from their devices, them they don't finally use them for indict Benedictwa and Pascal Kiki, and they be arrested on the 5th of September 2025, which is just 19 days ago. So, like I been talk, the radicalization, it don't progress since, like I talked that one in 1997, the first time where Anglophones, they actually carry guns, carry bombs, they attack Cameroon government institutions. No mean that something will happen today. And then 1995, might go back a little bit, how the radicalization, it happened for reach a level where Ebenezer Akwanga, at that time he was, I think, 26 years old, so he was a young man. The same age where Oka Nasri Clovis the day today. The majority of people where they carry guns in the bushes today, they're this kind of age, you know, between the ages of 30 and 15, between 15 and 30 years old, when where they carry the guns. Now, young picking them, many of them, they don't even know the meaning of the word marginalization. So, for 1995, the SCNC militants, them because like I explained earlier, you know, by that time, Jongo Foncha, Estimuna, they don't go join the gang. You get Yombang, now what they call them. You get Ekontang. Dr. Simon Munzu, them, they will be inside the group. They traveled to New York at that time. They say they go go open the decolonization file for so-called Southern Cameroons, which was a big mafia, because if these people were enlightened enough, therefore no say, the so-called decolonization office, which was the office of the Trusteeship Council, it will be abolished for 1994. So there was no such thing as the office of decolonization, because the world had been decolonized according to the United Nations. So much such that the Trusteeship Council was abolished. The whole office and organization was shut down. Now only the archives, maybe, you know, the office of the archives was open. So they go for New York for 1995. They tell them the bad news. Tell them, say there is nothing the United Nations can do. The plebiscite was held on the 11th of February 1961. The people of former British Southern Cameroon voted to join the Republic of Cameroon. The United Nations General Assembly had sat down in April 1961 and passed Resolution 1608, you know, declaring that, and basically resolved that the Southern Cameroons would join the Republic of Cameroon by the 1st of October 1961, and Northern Cameroons joined Nigeria. So, and those things had happened. And after that, the leaders of Southern Cameroons who fought for this reunification, because Ndele fought for Cameroon to join Nigeria, and Foncha fought for Cameroon to join Cameroon, and these leaders came back to the United Nations in 1962. This time they came as representatives from the sovereign country of Cameroon, the Federal Republic of Cameroon. And when they came to the United Nations, they explained to the United Nations how the reunification project had been achieved and the result, and how Cameroon was now a prosperous, peaceful country, progressing as one and united and indivisible. These things, the way I come up for talk, so na me at the talk, now the speech where Estimuna be delivered to the United Nations General Assembly in 1962. And if you go for United Nations General Assembly with the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Cameroon, when Foncha, he was there, present, sat at the United Nations General Assembly while Estimuna read the speech from the Cameroon delegation. So how then, the same people, the same Estimuna, the same Pa Jongo Foncha, it come back now for United Nations for 1995, for can't tell the United Nations say, me they come for can't help for decolonize Southern Cameroons. Who does that? What kind of bad belly, wicked, disingenuous, stupid person does that? The same human being in the same lifetime. I mean, who are you coming to fool? You understand? So when they reach for United Nations, they get that bad news. What did they do? They stop for United Nations gift shop. They buy United Nations flag. Actually, the person will be buy United Nations gift flag. It be buy them for your own personal use as a souvenir. But then when the rest of the gang, they will see the UN flag, they reach for Cameroon with that bad news. Shame they do them for can't tell their people and say they go for New York and they fail. United Nations, they come. The so-called decolonization was achieved in 1961. Nobody need to come for can't decolonize the Southern Cameroons or whatever. With that bad news, and shame they do them for can't tell their people, their followers, that bad news. What did they decide to do? As the cowards that they are, they choose the easy option for lie for their people them. They use that flag. They stand on top of the Mungo Bridge. They shake them. They cross the bridge. They talk, say, United Nations, they come for can't separate Cameroon. That was the single biggest lie where Anglophones will ever be told. That was the single biggest radicalization where it radicalized generations of Anglophones. Why me I dey give una this history? At the camp, it be important. I dey give una this history because it explains what the way Anglophone successive generations they don't go through with the radicalization. I want to make you understand how deep rooted the radicalization it be. It be so deep. And why that way? For we for uproot the radicalization and de-radicalize our people them, it not go be easy and it not go take one generation. I want to make una understand because our people they don't start be radicalized since in the 1980s. It don't take more than 4 decades, more than 40 years, the radicalization. And no magic solution, no day, no magic button, in no day where if you press them so. And then suddenly, all those people, the way they don't consume all those lies, where they don't make their calculations, in fact, their decisions for buy property, for marry woman, for born pikin, they don't make all these calculations, political calculations, social calculations. They don't make their lives and decisions them based on these lies. They don't bet their whole futures on these lies. You know things say, that kind of person where he don't put everything. He don't bet everything based on these lies. You think say, for then change that person, your worldview and your perception. You think say you could do them overnight. You think say you could just press a magic button and then if forget all the things and the indoctrination, the radicalization. No, it not go happen. The reality now say the majority of Anglophones they don't be radicalized to the point of no return, to the point of suicide. And the only way now for those people then for die. And then a new breed a new generation of Anglophones, they come up. That is the only way. So what when me at the talk, now for tell when I say the victory, the destruction of ambassador terrorism, it could be achieved in maybe another 10-20 years. But then the complete de-radicalization, it could be in another 30 to 50 years. When this generation, where they be radicalized to this level, where would they in our 40s, in our early 40s? By that time, in 40 years' time, would they in our 80s or in our graves? When we don't go, the new generation will come now where it will be free of the radicalization, or the impact of the radicalization, it will be so little where it not will be deadly anymore. That is the victory way we achieve them. And now why that way I decided to start these musings at the end. But it be important for we to go back and litigate who started the radicalization. It start the ambassador terrorism, how it start, how it germinate, how it grow. Now when you understand them, now if you understand how we don't arrive at this position where we destroy ambassador terrorism, where we talk now, maybe the 24th of September in 40 years time. If you add 40 to 2025, you will get maybe 2065. So this presentation, what I do for now, my musings, I'm musing about 2065, 24th of September, 2065. In 40 years time, that is when the complete destruction of ambassador terrorism will be achieved. We will achieve the destruction maybe in 10 or 20 years time, but the eradication will happen maybe in 40 years time. And it will happen with meticulous work. It will happen with relentless hard work, professionalism, dedication, time-consuming work. Now, what did that way go take him? And I knew from the very first day, saying that the job that way we need for do am. Now, why that way I call him say Operation Chuku. Because if you get a big task ahead of you, you get a big beast like a mammoth task. For when I don't know mammoth, now the biggest animal we don't ever roam on land. Well, the dinosaurs were probably bigger, but think about a mammoth as the big brother to an elephant. So today we know about elephants because elephants exist, they are alive today. So if you need to bring down an elephant, you as a human being, as man, it being a big task. It not be easy for bring down an elephant, especially when the only weapon where you get them na needle. But it no means say you know fit achieve them. So imagine say you get a big elephant where you want to bring them down. You get a needle. Chuku. What you could do? That was me in 2018. When I pick this fight, I decide for carry this cross for destroy ambassador terrorism. I tell myself, say, now my cross, now my job, now my responsibility, now my task. I go do them. With or without your assistance. I don't need no personal permission. Because ambassador terrorists, they attack me. They come from my house with guns. So I take on the task for destroy ambassador terrorism. But I wanted help. I don't need them, but I want them. The difference between need and want, now say, whether you give me the help or you don't give me the help, I will still achieve my mission. That is a want, no be need. But a need, now something where you know if you do without. For example, you know if you make kumkum without cassava. Where it means you need cassava for make kumkum. But guess what? You don't need cassava for chop fufu. Because if it make other kind fufu, if it chop fufu corn, if it chop fufu where they pound am now cocoa yam, if it chop fufu where they make am now we yam. Different kind fufu day. No be not just kum, not just one type of fufu. I hope so when get the difference. You need cassava for make kum, for pound better kum. You get am for amber sheet no white blast terrorist. Whether soup day or soup no day, you need cassava for make kum. But you don't need cassava for chop fufu, because there are many different ways for chop fufu or for make fufu. The different types of fufu. So you want for chop, or you want amber sheet no white blast for chop na kum fufu, but whether soup day or soup no day, they go swallow am, that's all. So there's a difference between the want and the need. I want the support from you, the ordinary Cameroonian. I want the support from the Cameroon government, but I don't need them. If Cameroon government give me the support, fantastic. It means that we will destroy ambassador terrorism quicker and more efficiently. If we not support me for this white black legism, it means that we will destroy ambassador terrorism quicker and more efficiently. But whether we not support me or not support me, I will still destroy ambassador terrorism. It will just take me longer. And if it means it will take me my whole life, the next 40 years, so be it. I'm ready. I'm prepared for do the job, for pay the price, for make the sacrifices. And trust me, I don't make sacrifices for this. I don't give up a vibrant career. I don't give up so much where I no fit even quantify them. No point, no even day for me for explaining for now. Sometimes I actually convince myself not to think about the sacrifice that I make, because when I think about the sacrifice that I make, maybe, just maybe, if it deter me or discourage me for continue for they make the sacrifices. But every time when I try for be discouraged, every time when I feel the weight of the burden way there on top of my shoulders for lead this revolution, for destroy ambassador terrorism, every time where something discourage me, every time where I feel the weight, I look at the successes, I look at how far we don't travel, I look at where we don't achieve them, and then I get right back to work. I produce another episode, I produce another presentation, I record another audio, I make another post for social media, I reply to another message for Facebook, for YouTube, for Twitter, for every platform where we get them. I mash fire. Every single time where I feel like the weight on me is too much, I get up a little bit earlier so that I go reply to a few more messages for our social media platforms. I reply to another email. I make another post for our website, www.countrypeople.com. Because we must win. We must continue for mash fire. Because we be relentless. Because we fight for the soul of our people. We fight for ordinary beginner for fit go for school. For fight for people the way they dey for hospital, may they no burn them inside hospital by amber terrorists. For fight for the dignity and the respect of the Anglophone people them. For feel live free without so-called ghost towns and lockdowns. Without shit no white blast them kidnapping our people for ransoms. Without another idiot coming to your house holding guns and doing to me way they be do for me. I no ever want to make it happen for another person, because I stand for being my brother's keeper, my country people there. We must mash fire. So like I be talk, From the very first day I start with Operation Chuku, I been know say the task ahead, the work, it not going to be easy. The job, the workload, it be enormous, but it not be impossible. I knew I have a job to do and a role to play. And I rolled up my sleeves and I went back to work and I continued to play my own part from then till today. No blinking, shake in no day. We match fire. Now the Amber terrorists, they shake. Now them to blink. Now them to catch them, lock them for prison. For Norway, for America, the man gang them, they go prison and all of that. We black legs, we day here, no shaking. I be no say no go easy. Now why that way I talk say now Operation Chuku. Now Chuku strategy. When you get an elephant for kill him and your only weapon now Chuku, what do? You don't give up. You use the tools where they be at your disposal. You choke the elephant and then you run you go hide. You wait for the next opportunity. You use that your small needle, you go choke him again, then you run you. Now the only strategy that if you feel choke him more than one time in one day, maybe once or twice in one day, fantastic. If you choke him only one time for one day, fantastic. Some days the day where you don't tire you know if you choke him, go sleep, rest. It be very important. Relax. You know must choke on that day. And if you feel go find some of your friends them where they go help you for can choke on too, and then you build a community, social media, bring your friends them, family, they help you, they choke on too, give them their own one needle. They can't help you choke on. Now the strategy that you see and say for 1 year we'll get 360 something days. If you choke that elephant only one time for 1 day, after 1 year, it means that you don't choke that elephant 360 something times. Imagine what and how the elephant big. If you choke it with needle, even in only for 1 foot, 360 times that elephant it go must get even a limp on that 1 foot. And then the next year you go choke the other foot 360 something times. You see I'm saying you could slow down the momentum for the animal, for the beast. You go slow it down enough. Maybe you go even make you choke him enough for the way it go knee down. And as it knee down, it lower your neck. Maybe now you start choking for neck. Now the strategy that we not get with big nuclear weapon. We not get with big tomahawk missile or what do you call them. We not get none of that. Bazookas. No, we get a needle. But we go bring down that animal. My country people then. All the black legs the way when I don't join we. I appreciate. When I match fire for share, make it go far and wide. As I promise, I go to come from time to time for can deliver my musings, my feelings, my thoughts, my appreciations, my reflections. So I don't approach my final destination when I'm my home. When I arrive home, I go then transfer the audio to my laptop and then I go quickly convert them into video and then I go broadcast the video on YouTube and on Facebook. The audio itself, I go broadcast them for WhatsApp raw as it is. So there will be no editing. If some mistakes the day for the recording, then it means say when I go hear the mistakes them in the recording. They are my musings. So it be unfiltered. It be unedited. when I go get my musings exactly as they are. So if I decide to play music during the musings, then when I go get the music in the musings, in my reflection. So I go title episode by episode. I go title the episode by the date where I record the musings. Some days the day where maybe I've even do 2 musings in a day. I would do the AM and maybe the PM. Okay, the morning version and the afternoon version, if I get time. If I shouldn't, I want to drive some small short distance, and I realize, say, I feel record a quick audio, or I feel make a quick recording, then I will do it, and I will share my thoughts and opinions with you now. So this particular episode where we do today, 24th of September 2025. Now for explain for una the end of ambassador terrorism and which way we need for do for arrive at that end. The de-radicalization, it will take a process. Just like how the radicalization, it will take a process. It will take decades. It will take a long time. They will do them step by step by step by step. And I go do another presentation for una. 3 major presentations the day way I don't always the plan for doing for una. Now say condition, it make Jangarai back bend. Time no day. 24 hours for one day is not enough. So one presentation I want for do now on the bombing of school picking them for 11th of February 2023, where ADF ambassador terrorists they attack Youth Day celebration, Youth Day parade from Cambe. And I want to do a special presentation because in light of the arrest of Cho Lucas Yaba and Benedict Kwa and Pascal Kiki where they indict them for America. Now one of the charges in that way, the American authorities they charge Benedict Kwa them, the ADF terrorist gang, for doing. Now one of the things in that way, they charge them and they go find them guilty or on that charge for that crime. Okay, so that is that. And then another recording where I'll go make them, and that one for that terrorist bombing, I'll go Honorable Ngala Gerard go play, I go involve, I go talk about ye and 1 or 2 other things. And then I want to do another presentation about this which we are coming for talk about today, the radicalization of the Anglophones, how long it take, and the importance of de-radicalization and how long the de-radicalization it could take. So when Anglophones they talk about we want peace, and you think say some magic button there where some person will press them and then things they come back to peace and normalcy. No button no exists as such. It no exists. Stop dreaming and stop wishing and hoping. This is not a matter of religion or belief or anything like that. Jesus no they come for help for this one. Okay, now you and me will go help ourselves. Now you and me will radicalize our people then. Now you and me will buy guns, give them. Now you and me will kill ourselves. Now you and me they continue to do the killings, the lockdowns, all of those things. They be done by human beings, and human beings they go stop them. Okay, and it will take time. Just like how the radicalization it will take time. They will radicalize Anglophones them 1 person at a time. They will be in a Chuku strategy as well. They will host 1 conference at a time. They create 1 organization at a time. They radicalize 1 person at a time. Over 40 years before ambassador terrorism explode for our face. And they will start talking, say, wait, how did this happen? Some people they question them. No, we know exactly how it happened. No be magic. We know exactly how it happened. And now we know exactly too how for reverse them. No magic, there no magic solution. No magic solution. So I listen to my music as I approach my final destination. When I listen, when I join me. Move your body and sing, oh na na, oh na You be my savior. I say you never fail. Day by day by day by day, you're still the same. So my country people them for this song, I know say after I play the song, when I can leave comments them say countryman now who sing them. Now some Nigerian woman we name na Mercy Chinwo. The title now My Lover, but I don't change them. I sing them say My Savior, because we the black legs them now the savers of Anglophone Cameroonians. Them. Every time I sing this song to myself, I change that word say lover to saver. Okay. Black legs now your own no. Oh yeah, take all the glory. Now your own no. Black legs now your own no. Now your own no. Black legs now you get a mo. Now your own no. Black legs now your own no. So black legs now own the glory. Okay? Now own the glory for the destruction of Ambazonia terrorism. Okay? What are the glory, the praises? Now your own no. Yeah. Ah yeah. Now your own no.
They say they fight to set us free, but all we see is misery. They came with fire, they came with guns. Now we they cry for our daughters and sons. Our villages burn, our people flee. We live in fear, no place to be. This one a scam, we never start. Now pain and sorrow, they tear us apart. But the nation call with open hands. DDR, go help us stand. From the grip of fear and blood, we go rise again with God. Hey, 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 then come massa. We the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Come massa, come massa. You shall free our land from terror. Oh, come massa, massa, eh. Your blessing go shine like stars above, and the Most High God shall be your guide, shall be your guide. Children when no go school, ghost town, stone market to tomb. They promise freedom, bring us chains, but now we rise to break that pain. We say no more to blood and hate. We choose the path to a peaceful state. My country people talk I'm true. Say peace go start with me and you. Cries from the grass fields, our mothers born picking for bush. No hospital, no midwife touch. Kidnap and ransom, don't turn to law. Even church no safe, them break God's door. Our future they lost for gun and fear. Young boys forced to kill their peers. Amba say na freedom fight, but now we they suffer day and night. Let the drums of peace be loud. Let our mothers dance, make our fathers proud. From Banenda to Buata,